Himanshu Patodi. He's AVP and branch head in the Sind Bank. He owns a complete responsibility of the branch, starting from hiring to customer meetings, customer experience, cash, vault, lockers, branch profitability, staff hiring, training, escalations. He is a wonderful personality doing multitasking at bank. I am sure we will get to learn a lot from Mr. Himanshu as well. Mr. Himanshu, warm welcome to you. Thank you so much for taking out time to be part of this session.
I had started some 10 years back in my professional journey, and I have had the chance to work with multiple big brand names, which you heard day in, day out. Like, started with ICICI, then I moved to Axis, then I have worked with HDFC in their head office, in the corporate office. Then currently I'm working with IndusInd Bank. And in four organizations, I have had the chance to take up more than six, seven different roles. So that's a kind of versatile experience I am having in multiple domains, maybe in product management, in sales, in branch management, in retail banking, in corporate banking, and in broking, investments. All those experience I am having in around 10 or 11. So wealth management in a bank, it is, nowadays it is the highest focused area from for the banks, because it is generating the highest profits for the bank. Okay, wealth management in banks is currently evolving. Like you told, Priority, Exclusive, Burgundy, Imperia. These are day in
Right.
day out names you must be hearing or reading over about internet. These are evolving. Banks are in great need of wealth managers, especially knowledgeable and skilled wealth managers. Because see, whether it's a normal client, a retail client, or an HNI or a businessman, everybody is doing whatever they are doing is just because of wealth creation. They want wealth creation. It is their whole and soul objective. A person doing job salary is because they want to create wealth for themselves. A person doing business is just because he want to earn money and create wealth. Okay, this is the ultimate agenda of anybody who is working. Okay, nobody is working for free, right? So banks are in continuous process of evolving the wealth management and continuous process of developing their team, developing their staff to be better and better each and every day. They spend a lot in training, they spend a lot in their development of the team, they spend a lot in hiring great talent from market to service their clients. Because what happens is nowadays, like you see the mobile number portability, it's very easy to switch from one mobile operator to another. Switching banking is even easier. You just have to cut one check, give it to another bank, and your banking is switched. No bank want to lose any of his wealthy clients, so they spend heavily in the wealth management segments. Even you must have heard about some special branches only for wealth management.
Right. Yes.
So they are spending heavily, and it is just a beginning. Let me tell you, this is just a beginning of wealth development, because what is happening is, because of the changing trends and the market volatility, it is now almost impossible for any individual who is not from finance background to manage his or her own wealth.
Correct.
The taxations are daily changing. It is getting more and more complicated, day in, day out. I can quote a number of examples. In last 5 years, you see equity taxation has been changed. Then ULIP in insurance taxation has changed. Then personal income taxation has changed. We now have old regime and new regime,
Correct.
which
Yes.
is way more complex. Even the new regime, which was launched 2 years back, it has got some amendments in this budget.
Correct.
Now, last month, the debt taxation has changed. The traditional policy in insurance taxation has changed. So, a normal investor cannot keep track of each and everything. It is very difficult for a normal individual to manage his or health, his or her wealth now. So, they will undoubtedly go to banks, and banks will definitely need, or banks are in need. If you check any job portal, you pick up any job portal, you will see in banking sector more than 40% jobs are listed for wealth management. So see, I have researched about many programs, like starting from CFP, then second was CWM, third I was CPA, then was CMA, then was CFA, and
Okay.
some more two, three NISM and SEBI programs as well. But
Right.
finally, when I looked at the syllabus, the detailed syllabus of all the courses, so I found that CWM, this course is, it is not only for my professional requirement, it will also help me for my personal development as well. And the topics was so elaborated, and it was touching each and every field of finance and wealth management, starting from individual wealth, then to an international taxation or dual taxation or everything. You know, from pin to plane, everything was touched upon. So for an individual who is looking to start or looking to pick a career, or who's looking to pick a field where to, or pick a specialization, the brief idea of all the topics, having that this idea will actually guide him about which segment he can choose for his specialization. And people are willing to pay, readily paying huge amount of money to investment advisors who are specialized in some or the other field. So what was my journey? So I started in around October 2022. I registered, and on 30th October something I got my books and content delivered. So basically, first of all, I fainted seeing the books. After 10, 11 years, I touched upon any book, so I almost fainted. Yeah, itna padna padega. So around 5, 10 days, I was into shock. I did not touch the book, honestly. Okay. So, and alongside my job, I am having a full-time job. So alongside my job, I started studying gradually. And then on 5th of March, I attempted the level 2 exam, and I cleared it. So it took me around 4 months of part-time study, not full-time study. Okay, alongside my job. Okay, now the second part of your question was like, how did I study? So first, I actually, took a shock while I, saw the material. And then I prepared a plan, like how to study. And I would recommend, or I would advise all the listeners here that anything you want to start, anything you want to do, start with baby steps. So Rome was not built overnight. Start with baby steps. So what I did was I took out 15-20 minutes in the morning and took out 15-20 minutes in the evening. So before sleep and after sleep. So started from that point, 15-20 minutes, and I started taking interest in the subject. And then gradually this time increased by 5 minutes. Okay. So, and the maximum in a single sitting maximum I studied was maybe 1 hour or 1.5. So I don't have capacity for, more than that to study. So 1 hour, 1.5 hour was, in a single sitting was sufficient.
So
But yes, one thing, consistency should be there. Consistency and discipline should have to be there. And you can also incorporate some small things, like one concept is of rewarding yourself. So you can divide some units, like, okay, when I complete this 2 units or 3 units, I'll gift this to myself, or anything, any small thing, what, you know or maybe I'll gift a Parker pen to myself, or anything. I would go for a dinner to this place once I complete 2 books, or kind sort of those things. So these are small things you can do to self motivate yourself. No one else is coming to motivate you. Immediate benefits: as soon as I have updated this certification on my LinkedIn profile, I have got many recruiters interested in the profile, and I have got lot many messages on my LinkedIn.